Hello, and welcome to Volume 8 of My Prostate is Trying to Kill Me. I'm Mark Graves, just a regular guy fighting prostate cancer and recording my journey, and I'm glad that you're watching. I hope you want to be a part of it. If you do, click on the subscribe button and give me a like and follow along. I'm trying to get one of these out each day. It is late getting it out today, but it's been a full day. Went this morning for what I thought was going to be my first radiation treatment, but it turned out that it was kind of a dry run. They went in and laid me on the table. They put me in the mold that we made last week. They did a mold of my lower legs. So when I lay on the table now, I lay there flat, and this keeps me from moving around. And I got to tell you, it's much better than what I thought. When I first found out that I was going to get radiation on my prostate, just in my head, I kind of envisioned being on a table on all fours with my butt sticking up in the air and this humongous Looney Tunes, radiation cannon pointed at my butt. But turns out that's not how it works. I lay down on the table, and then they have 4 spots marked on my body. I have 4 tattoos, and that's where the radiation particles will be beamed in there. So today they laid me out, did an x-ray, and made sure everything's still set up, so we're good to go. So I start tomorrow, 10 o'clock, I'll get my first actual radiation treatment, first of 28, and they'll be done Monday through Friday, barring any holidays or anything. So good talk with the doctor today. Asked him about the side effects, and he said there shouldn't be a lot. I'm already heavily fatigued. I get tired real easy from the hormone treatments that I'm on, and those will continue as I go through the radiation. So he said that'll probably be increased. May have some bathroom issues to deal with. Since I already have the catheter, I probably won't get a lot of the stuff that the guys have to deal with burning sensations and frequency to urinate and those kind of things. I already have a tube that bypasses the normal plumbing, so we're lining. I don't have to deal with that. But it actually isn't bad. Took maybe 20 minutes. The only hard part is you got to have a full bladder when you do it, and that is difficult for me. My bladder doesn't hold very much, so I was really glad when they were done, and I could hot-foot it over, pop the cork, and start to feel better. So I got that out of the way this morning, and then came home, did some calendar work, getting ready for the appointments. And then my daughter and my granddaughter and I went down to the beach, had a great time, hung out there for a while. It was a bit windy down there. Boy, you could really smell it too. We had the fire down there yesterday, right where PCH and Warner come together. The whole wetlands area right there, in fact, all the way almost touching Warner Avenue, caught on fire yesterday and burned all of that short grass that was out there. And the smell was it was nasty. And it was still there all day today. So hung out at the beach. My daughter and my granddaughter live in Pahrump, Nevada, so that's not something they get to do very much. And I can't tell you, it just warms my heart as much as I love to see my granddaughter out there having a good time. And she even got in the water a little bit. Don't tell anybody, but she is deathly afraid of sharks. So Grandpa had to blow it and tell her that they're stingrays. So now she's really not happy about it. But I'll make a water woman out of her yet. So anyway, spent some time at the beach. Then we went and did some shopping. Got a little yogurt this afternoon, frozen yogurt, and then blew the diet and went to In-N-Out Burger. They don't have one in Pahrump, so while they're down visiting, I told them I'd take them. So we went over there and got that for dinner tonight. Watched a Pixar movie, Onward, I think it's called. I almost made it through the whole thing. I dozed off for a bit. Cool movie though. Enjoyed it quite a bit. So anyways, that's what today was like. Like I said, tomorrow I'll start the radiation. I think on the last episode 7 that we were talking about, we had gotten up to the point where I had my bladder drained and a couple more days to go before I was going to have the suprapubic catheter installed. And so I'll just start quickly on that story, and then I think we'll finish that one up tomorrow. But that is what I call the C day. Went really early in the morning. I think we went over to Memorial Care Hospital at, we got there about 5:30 in the morning, ready to check in at 6 for what should have been an outpatient procedure. We finish it, half day in the hospital and then go home. And so we were getting checked in. I was sitting in the wheelchair and everything, and my phone rang. And so I answered the phone, and it was my urologist. And so we got the call that nobody ever wants to get. And he said, you have cancer. It's pretty aggressive. It's stage 3, and it's a 9 on the Gleason. So not good. And then I thought, man, it could only been 4 and 10, and I missed it by 1 on each category. I got 3 and 9, so I guess I should have tried harder. But Yeah, it really sucked. Time kind of stood still for a little bit. My wife and I were in tears. There was a really tough looking guy sitting there in a chair in the waiting room. Big old guy with a Raiders jacket on. And when I rolled past him, he had, tears coming out of his eyes. So, I still get a little broken up thinking about it. It's been a year and a half, but it's something nobody wants to hear. I mean, it is tough. So, being somebody who's battling cancer, anytime that anybody shows you support, believe me, we suck it up like a sponge. It just helps so much to know that people care, that people are praying for you, people are sending you shaka, positive vibes, good thoughts, whatever it is. It all helps. I swear, it all helps, and I love to get it. Got a couple of messages on Facebook today that I still have to reply to. One was a friend of mine who dealt with cancer, radiation, chemo, and he's just now going through his experiences with me. And it's so uplifting because, his faith in God is magnifying my faith in God. And I won't relate his story because he's not sharing it with the world, he's sharing it with me. But suffice it to say that it upbuilds me by what he's gone through and him sharing it, which is why I'm doing this. It helps me to talk about it, but hopefully, if you're suffering from prostate cancer and fighting it, you find something in these videos that you can glean onto that'll give you encouragement, give you some hope, or you have somebody that's a family member or a friend that's dealing with prostate cancer. Maybe there's something in here that'll help you to encourage them. That's what I'm hoping for. So at any rate, that'll take us up to when I'm checking into the hospital. Did find out I had cancer, and tomorrow we'll pick it up where I get wheeled through the door and I get my tube installed. So thanks so much for being here. If you want to continue the ride with me, love to have you. Click on the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you want to. Any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the section below. I do try to answer everybody that's on there. I get a lot of messages on Facebook too as well, private messages, and I do my best to answer everybody. And please know that every single prayer, every single good thought, every single positive message, every shaka, everything that gets sent my way, I appreciate it all. I don't discount any of it, and I can't tell you how much from my heart that I appreciate it. So God bless you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow, okay? Good night.